Yeah, I've hoisted out the engine and I've got it resting on the engine mount. I've just twisted it through 90 degrees, so it's balanced there. This isn't taking the weight of the engine, but it's there as a safety valve in case the engine slips. I don't think it can, and even if it fell over, I don't think it would fall into the bilge because of the way it is. And even if it did, I'm not sure it would do that much damage. It might knock the bilge about a bit, but I think it'll be alright. But anyway, I'm going to leave it like this for now, just so I know it's safe. And I need to bring up some strapping because I've loosened all the bolts on here. I did that the other day, but because of the way it's strapped down, I can't get the oil pan off because of all the strapping. So what I need to do is secure what is now the bottom of the engine, which is ordinarily the top. I need to secure that on the beams here, and once I know that's secure and it's not going to fall, I can dismantle this rig up and start dismantling the engine. What I need from it is the piston heads and the liners. Now I might not get the liners out because I had a lot of trouble getting them in, so I might just hone the liners on the new engines, but I do want the pistons and I want the main bearing set, which are all brand new. I'm quite happy with this. It's progress. So next time I come down, I'll be strapping it down so it doesn't move, dismantling this lot, and then stripping out the bits I need. And once I've done that, then I can crack on with rebuilding the engines at home. Also, I need these chains for my engine hoist so I can safely hoist the engine at home. So I can't really start working on that until I've dismantled this rig up. So as soon as I've dismantled this, then I can start the rebuild in earnest. Excuse the sound of the pump. So the stage I'm at now is I've secured the engine with straps on the bottom. I mean, it's not ideal, but it'll do. I don't think it's going to fall, and if it does, I've got those scaffolding bars there to protect the bilge if it falls. I've loosened off this and I'm going to take that off now. I don't have a tripod with me, so I can't film anything. I can just show you as I go. So this is the stage we're at. As I said before, everything under here is brand new because this is the bit of the engine refit I got right. So what I'm doing today is I'm going to undo these bolts along that keep the crankshaft in place. I'll also undo this oil filter thing, and then the plan is to just lift. I'm not doing it today. I'm going to bring the boy down to help me, but lift the crankshaft out in one unit with all the pistons still attached and take that home. Now I have to do that before Thursday, because lockdown starts on Thursday, and the plan is to get everything I need back up to the house. So once lockdown starts, because last time I couldn't get down to the marina, so once lockdown starts, I can continue to work on my engine at home. So that's what I'm going to do today. And I need to make sure the bilge pump's set right, because I couldn't get down here for 2 months before, and I had many sleepless nights wondering about my flooded bilges. But anyway, I'm just going to turn this pump off and then start dismantling the engine. So I've got half of the brackets out. As you can see, the crankshaft's in good nick. I'm just loosening off this here, and then I'll take out this oil pump, and then I can get to the remaining 3 brackets, and then I should be able to just pull this crankshaft straight out. I don't know if I'll be able to handle it myself. I'm going to test it out and see how heavy it is. So I've undone the bolt that was holding the pipe onto there, and for future reference, this is because I'll forget, I've undone these two bolts, and from my recollection it should just pull straight out. There we go. Nice. This oil pump, I rebuilt it when I was rebuilding the engine. I'm not sure if it's the same model on my new engine, but I'll take it home and see, because it's in good condition. There we have it. I've got them all. Left them with the bearings in. As you can see, there's no corrosion apart from on this one, because this is faces outside the engine, but everything else that's been inside has been fine. You can see this middle bracket contains the thrust bearings. I remember they were fiddly as out to get in, but came out easy enough. So I'm going to have to clean these again when I get them home, because this isn't exactly a dust-free environment in this bag. So I've got the brackets off. They're in perfect nick, like I thought. I'm going to have to clean them before I install them in the other engine, because not exactly dust-free environment I've taken them out in. But saying that, I might not have to put them in the new engine. The brackets already that it has already might be fine. So, but I'll take them home just in case. And if they don't fit, clean them up and sell them on eBay with the rest of the parts. So it should just lift up. Oh, of course it's not going to, because it weighs a ton. But I'm going to leave it as is. But I'm going to put the oil pan back on, keep the rust out. But there's nothing stopping that from just lifting out now, apart from gravity and muscle. But once I lift it out, I have to be careful, make sure to take you can just see here the bearings. Make sure the top half of the bearings are still in the brackets. Must remember when I take this out to take the bearings. As I said, they're all brand new, but that's all ready to go. I'm going to come down after the boys finish school tomorrow and get him to help me get this out, and then take it home. And I should have everything I need at home to rebuild the engine. Because I suspect that when the lockdown kicks in on Thursday, it's Monday today, when it kicks in on Thursday, I probably won't be allowed back down here, because I wasn't before. So just wondering. So here you have it. Here we are sitting in a soggy bilge. What I'm doing today, I had planned on removing this whole crankshaft and pistons all in one place, but that's not going to happen easily. Plus there's a few differences in engines. I've had the bottom off my engine at home, and for all I'm sure the pistons are the same, piston heads are the same part. I'm not sure about the rest of the pistons. So what I've decided to do today is come down, just strip out the pistons and take them home, and then I should be able to reassemble the rest of the engine from then. I'll also have to take the crankshaft out just to get the bearings out as well. Now, the lockdown started today, but the marine is staying open for the time being. So I'm going to try and get the stuff I need out of the engine today, just in case the lockdown gets more severe in the next week or two. And then if I get these pistons home and make sure I take my tools home, I'll have everything I need to rebuild the engine. So, as I said before, I don't have a tripod with me. I'm just using my phone, so I can't really video the work as I go. I can just sort of update it as I progress. So, I've disconnected this first piston. Watch it. It's pretty tight on there. I'm going to just take out all the bolts, all the nuts, and then have a go at it with a rubber mallet to get them all out, because they're pretty tight in there. But I should be able to get this done in the next hour or so. So I'll update it once I've finished. Okay, so I've managed to get the bolts off all the way along. only minimal damage to my knuckles. I'm not sure, but I think I should have included some washers on these, but I didn't. I'll double check when I strip them out of my other engine. The main difference is I noticed on my other engine there's like weighted metal blocks on the bottom of the pistons. So obviously this is a simpler, earlier version, but the piston size is the same. So the bolts have been removed from the top of the bearing cases. And all I need to do is crack them open. I'll need 2 hands for that, so I'll crack them open. And once they're out, I can start. And once I've cracked them open, I can start lifting out the pistons. Right, so I've got the bearing cases off the pistons. A couple of the bolts have fallen down, but I'll get them once I open it up. The crankshaft is moving freely. Let me just show you. Crankshaft is moving freely in the case, so it shouldn't be too difficult to remove. If I show you, it moves fine. So all I have to do is lift it up vertically, and then find something to wrap it up so it doesn't become rusty. As you can see, I polished all the crankshaft by hand. It's not a perfect job, but I don't suppose it's bad for a 50-year-old engine. Anyway, once I get this crankshaft out, I'm going to have to wrap it up in something to protect this so it doesn't turn straight to rust. And then once that's out, I can get all the pistons that are lying down the side, get them out, and then I'm done for the day. I've already twatted one of my fingers pretty badly, so which means I'm getting tired, so it's almost time to stop. So as you can see, I've managed to lift the crankshaft out. All I've got to do now, I'm going to take out the main bearings of the crankshaft because I've already taken them home. Not sure if they're universal or not, but as I said, everything's brand new, so I'm going to take them home. So I'm going to take these bearings out across the top. Then I need to push the pistons down through the head and collect them out the bottom. Once I've done that, I'm going to lift the crankshaft back into place and just gently put it in place, and then cover it with the oil pan, and that way it won't get rusty. So nearly finished for the day. So I've got my first piston out. I think it's just needs a good clean. I'll leave the rings on and I'll put it in a solution, try and clean it up, because like I said, everything was brand new when I put it on here about a year ago. So I think once it's been in some engine cleaner, it should be fine. So I'm going to get the rest out, and then I'm going to have a quick go at getting the sleeves out today to see if I can get them to budge. But I'll probably just go home after I've got the rest of these out. Alright, I managed to tip it over without killing myself. So the last thing I need to do is pop out these pistons. It should just come straight out. The inverse are very strange and mechanical, baby. And she's out. Number 5. It's these top bearings that that snapped out. I've lost them in a couple of them. Hopefully I won't have to buy the whole bearing set just to replace them, but we'll see. The boy or girl? last one. This is the bearing at the top I was talking about. See how it's missing? Because when I was messing about with them before, I pulled it up into the engine, and this sort of went over the lip of the sleeve, and without the tool to squash it back in to slot it down, I had to try and get them out by hand. And these things, if you twist them, they just snap straight away, which is what happened. Well, I only lost 3 of them. Where are you? There you are. Right, I'm done for the day. But I want to flip this back up so it's standing on its back again, simply because if I leave the crankshaft out, it's going to become eroded and I've got nothing to wrap it in. I'll give it a go, see what happens. But if I can't, fuck it, I'll just leave it. I probably won't need it anymore. Oh, knackered. Right, I've successfully got it back to its upright. Well, it's upside down, but you know what I mean. Now, I did that because next time I come down, I want to have a go getting these cylinders out because they're brand new. But I haven't got a tool to get them out, and I had to smash the old ones to get them out. So I don't think I need them because I've got a honing tool to hone my new engine, and if the worst comes to the worst, I could buy them. I'd rather not because they're 20 quid each, so it's 120 quid. So if I can get them out, I'll get them out. But if I can't, I'll just have to buy them. So now all I'm going to do now is lift the crankshaft back onto here, gently put it down because it's got no bearings. We don't want to damage it. And then I'll put this oil pan back on the top, and that'll protect it from getting rusty inside there, which I don't want. And then pack up all of my paraphernalia and then head home. So there we have them. 6 pistons and piston shafts. I've got all the bearings here as well. They're all, like I keep saying, they're all brand new, and you can see that the pistons themselves are in really good condition, so it'd be a shame to waste them. You can see on this one and this one where I've snapped the top bearing or the bottom bearing. Try to take it off without the proper tool, and it just where is it? It just sort of sheared in half because they're not built to take stresses on an angle like that. They're like compression springs really. So anyway, these are all out. They're all, apart from them couple of broken bearings, they're all in perfect nick. And I've got my bearings here, so absolutely shattered. I'm going to take all this stuff home and then rest for a few days, but I think I've got everything I need now at home, that if they do choose to shut the marina, I can still get on with my engine rebuild. So next step is to go home and repeat this process on my new engine, and then replace the piston heads with these ones. So I'll get on with that.